This next topic of resilience is of particular importance right now as everyone's home and dealing with the current pandemic. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after a setback or extreme adversity. It's adaptation towards this new normal, this new path when you've faced an obstacle. And really, it's about being able to step back up and get back into the fight after you've been knocked down. This slide is a really important one for resilience. It shows the four possible outcomes after an adverse event, going from the least optimal to the most optimal. Starting from the least, self-destructive state. This is the poor response to this setback, and it's negative self-talk, lack of exercise. It can result in substance abuse, physical abuse, and really it's a self-destructive state. Next, is the possibility of being more fragile and less resilient, in which you're easily triggered, things set you off mentally and emotionally, and you become rattled very easily. Then there is returning to homeostasis, a normal state in which you're compartmentalizing the event, you're bottling it up, putting it aside, really not dealing with it. You're just kind of setting it in a spot and moving on, trying to get back to normal. And then finally, the most optimal is you become more resilient with this hard setback, with this obstacle that you've had to overcome. You become more resilient and you're able to deal with greater and greater challenges in the future. And mentally and both emotionally, you're stronger because of the event. So this slide consists of the pillars of resilience, and this is a really important one as well. These five elements are the foundations of resilience, and they're things that you can work on actually and to become, aid yourself in becoming more resilient. The first one is mindfulness, and mindfulness really helps with controlling the hamster wheel that's running in your head, worrying about all the things that could possibly go wrong and what this setback is going to do to you. Mindfulness is what controls that and focuses just on the here and now and present. There's a great book, and it's shown, the cover is shown at the bottom left of the slide, of Wherever You Go, There You Are, by Jon Kabat-Zinn. He is one of the folks who really started this concept of mindfulness, and it's been incredibly important for resilience, for hardiness, grit, for all of them. They use mindfulness to some degree. Physical, mental health, as you know, those two things are connected. Your physical health, how much you're working out, what you're eating, how much you're sleeping, all of that is directly connected to your mental health. There is a solid black line that goes between those two, and that's an important aspect of resilience as well. Emotional health, your self-awareness, your awareness of others, your emotional stability is an important characteristic, as well as social support from those around you. Having a group that you can lean on and go to is really going to aid your ability to be resilient when adversity comes. And then finally, meaning and purpose. And this is this belief of what you're doing is important. The reason why this adversity doesn't knock you down many times comes from the meaning and purpose that drives that passion that we've talked about before to get back up again and continue on. This is an important aspect of resilience as well. You can't talk about resilience without touching on growth mindset. And I think most of you have heard this term before, and really it is essential with resilience, having this mindset that embraces challenges, that understands you can improve yourself, you can improve your intelligence, you can improve your physicality, and that nothing is static in any way. Another great book, if you haven't read this already, is Carol Dweck. The the name of the book is entitled Mindset, and it is really a fantastic read for that helps with anyone involved in sports, in music, in academics. The mindset really can improve many things in your life. And this is an essential aspect of resilience as well. So, how do you build resilience? What are some of the strategies you can use? This slide talks about three things in particular that you can work on each day. Building an attitude of optimism, recognizing that things are temporary and changeable, and that you have a vote in the outcome in your destiny is an important aspect in building resilience. Learning to deal with failure appropriately. Failure comes to everyone. No one is immune to failing in life in some way, and recognizing that it's natural and expected, and it's only when you fail you grow considerably. And then finally, your support networks. Under recognizing what individuals you have within your network that are going to be there when those obstacles and that adversity comes is really important to building resilience. And if you don't have those individuals, searching for those individuals and developing the friendship and reaching out for people who might be facing that kind of adversity is the first step towards building that network. If you really want to find out more about resilience and what it looks like, we are very lucky to have at the Naval Academy an adjunct who works in Luce Hall, Brad Snyder, who is the definition, in my opinion, of resilience. A look at his life story in his book, Fire in My Eyes, will give you an idea exactly of what this lesson is all about. Next, we're going to talk about how do you as leaders encourage hardiness, grit, and resilience in your units and organizations.